So for the second part of A Separate Piece, the project and the text kind of go hand in hand. So I wanted to go do it a little opposite and go over the project first and then how you would see it play out within the context of the story. I'm always big on this idea of, I wonder who would play so and so if this book were a movie. And there has been a movie for A Separate Piece, but it's was made a long time ago, and the actors and were unrecognizable. Nobody really a big name. So what I want you to do is I want you to pick 8 characters from the book. So Finney, probably Jean, all of the boys that are involved. And in this section of the book, we meet a whole bunch of people. And then I want you to cast the book as if it's going to be a movie. And I just want you to put like a little blurb, maybe 2 sentences or so, why you think that actor would make the perfect choice to play whatever role it is that you assign them to. So as we go through this chapter, we get to see the residual impact of guilt as Gene knows what he's done. In fact, he tries to come clean with Finney, and Finney refuses to hear it. He actually ignores his confession because put yourself in Finney's shoes. He lost the thing that was most important to him, his athletic ability and his physical prowess in this accident. I don't think he could bear to also lose his best friend. So he definitely wanted to, he went into a state of denial, kind of. And then from the other side of it, Gene is trying to do anything he can to really make up for it. So he kind of starts living, or Finney starts living vicariously through Gene. So much so that they plan this winter Olympics extravaganza, and Gene actually starts training for the Olympics with Finney coaching him, and all this stuff is going on. Meanwhile, the war is starting to get closer and closer. The boys who are at this point 15, 16 years old, probably 16, some might have just turned 17, they're talking about enlisting early. In fact, it's become a regular pattern of conversation, this idea of whether or not to enlist. And this makes Finney feel even worse about what happened because Finney is not physically now able to enlist in the war. So all of this is going on as the story is progressing to what will be the second climax of the story as we continue after chapter 9 into 10, 11, 12, and then the ending of the book. So the 2 big symbols that Gene pointed out at the beginning of the story, the tree, we now know its purpose and we know why it was such an object of regret and dread for him to face. We still don't know about the marble staircase. So we're going to get more insight into that in the next section of the book. So let's kind of backtrack then. What I would like you to do again is pick 8 characters. So Finney and Gene are kind of a must. And then you go through all of the friends. You have Leper, you have Brinker, you have other people who are at the campus, Quackenbush, Mr. Ludsberry, all of the different characters that you have encountered. And I want you to go ahead and you're going to make a slideshow. So it should be a title slide, a separate piece, coming to a theater near you, something like that. You make a design for it, and then starring, and then you go through and you put Matt Damon as Finney, and then you have a little, like, 2 or 3 sentences about why he would perfectly fit the role. Now, you don't have to use that one. That was obviously an example. In fact, I think you would probably want much younger actors to play the roles. So that's going to be posted on the assignment, separate piece, part 2, reflection, characters in life. And then you can go ahead and finish up the book, and we'll discuss the ending of the book in our next video.